like once they get past my knee, I really have to maintain their leg. So as to where I normally don't triangle or squeeze, in this case, I definitely want to pinch my knees together. I do not want him to free his right leg. So it's important. I use the bottom leg and I create a hook. And the top leg, I just pinch, like my feet together and I just pinch, okay? Now, I have a whole series of things that I would normally do before this, but we're just going to look at this in a vacuum, okay? So he's got an underhook, he's got a cross face, and I'm flat on my back. This is all bad position. I would not recommend that you allowing this, but since we're here, we're going to make the best of it. I'm going to take my toes and I'm going to touch them together. So I don't think about it like crossing my feet. Hey, you guys, give me a second, please. Yell at those kids.
Hey,
thank you. Just scream at me. Yeah. All right, so I don't recommend crossing your feet. I recommend crossing your big toes. Really, I just put my toes together, okay? I curl my feet and I plant my feet on the mat. So I point my knees straight up in the air. My left hand is going to, like this underhook that's so good for him, I'm going to make him keep it. I don't want him to have the ability to put his hand out here, okay? That'll mess up everything. So I just bring my elbow over his elbow. I don't have to really do anything with my hand. A lot of people will push. You don't have to do that. I just pinch my knees together. I hip up and I turn my knees. And I follow them. And now I'm in the top half part. Okay? Now, what's that?
Do you have a name for this?
The knee levers. It is literally as simple as you think it is. So don't overcomplicate it. Okay? Now this is like after I haven't done anything good. Okay? He's got a cross face on me, he's got an underhook. He's flattened me out. Normally, I try really hard to never be flattened out. But he's really good at flattening me out. This sucks. Okay? My feet, I touch my big toes together and I put them on the ground right by his knee. It's important that my knees are pointed up in the air. Don't want my knees pointed this way. Straight up. I clamp onto his leg and I bridge my hips straight up. I point my knees and I drive. So I'm laying here flat. And this actually helps me when I'm flat. This is like one of the only things that I do when I'm flat, other than try to get to be not flat. So my feet go together and I curl them in tight and I put them right by his knee. I clamp onto his leg and I raise his hips up with mine. I point my knees, and he's gonna fall. Okay? It really is that easy. Trust me. What's happening here is I'm pinching onto his leg, and his hips are connected to his leg, right? So I pinch, I take all of his balance away, I point my knees, and we fall. It is literally that easy. Don't complicate it. Let's try it. Ready? 1, 2.